Hello, today we will be presenting a training on the points and level system. This will be presented by Haley Shear, Yara Sarah, Emily Robinette, and Carrie Caltabiano. The points and level system is a behavioral management approach in which behavioral expectations are clearly outlined and subsequently accompanied by rewards or consequences for meeting or failure to meet those expectations. A points-based criterion is established for moving from one reward level to the next in this approach. Adaptations of this system are frequently used by teachers in classrooms, but this approach can be applied to many other settings, such as clinics or group homes.
So the point and level system is designed to be an organizational framework for managing student behavior when students access greater independences and more privileges as they demonstrate increased behavioral control. Students learn appropriate behavior through clearly defined behavioral expectations and rewards, privileges, and consequences linked to those expectations. There are four main goals of the point and level system. One is increasing appropriate behavior. 2 is promoting academic achievement. 3 is fostering a student's improvement through self-management. And 4, developing personal responsibility for social, emotional, and academic performance.
In the past, group home care has been criticized for lacking specific interventions. Behavior management systems, such as this point and level system we are proposing, provide a systematic approach to group treatments. The application of this kind of intervention dates back to the 1960s. The engineered classroom, developed by Hewitt, Thaler, and Artuso in 1968, was one of the first highly structured behaviorally oriented group systems. The system used check marks to provide tangible and free choice rewards in classrooms. In this system, additional rewards were given for completion of classwork and exploratory behavior. Critics of this early system, though, felt that it prohibited social interactions and normative classroom behaviors, and therefore a revised system was constructed, which allowed students to work through 4 discrete levels of instruction, which would be offered in various classroom settings. In 1971, Phillips, Fixon, and Wolf further developed a version of the system in a residential treatment program for youth offenders. Their version included varying schedules of reinforcement associated with each level. Such as the engineered classroom have been beneficial in group settings because they not only provide feedback to individual learners, but they're also useful in documenting and analyzing the collective progress of all members of a group.
Research has demonstrated that level systems are an effective means of shaping behavior. They provide fair and consistent order and programs. They also provide staff with a clear structure for effectively reinforcing and utilizing descriptive instructional flows and corrective teaching. Level systems enhance standardization by increasing expectations as students move through the system.
So the points and level system is an effective strategy for both increasing certain desired behaviors as well as reducing and lowering challenging behaviors. There are many different types of people and individuals that will benefit from a points and level system. Traditionally, the points and level system has been applied in classroom settings to increase behaviors such as on-task behavior, following directions, and as well as reducing problem behaviors such as out of seat, talking out of turn, attention-seeking behaviors. However, it is applicable to many alternative settings and populations. One benefit of the point and level system is that it emphasizes both independence and self-monitoring by holding the participants accountable for their own behavior. And for this reason, the point and level reward system can be catered to a multitude of populations, as well as the preferences and skill sets of various age groups, including adults. So the point and level system can be individualized to meet the specific skill sets and the particular target behaviors of the participants that it is designed for. The system is highly effective as a group contingency and it utilizes aspects of peer monitoring and peer influence. So for example, in a classroom, individuals might be more motivated to earn points if they see that their peers are earning large amounts of points and are able to redeem them for highly preferred rewards. The points and levels system also has the benefit of helping both the individual that it is applied to, as well as the teacher or adult that is implementing the system, due to long-term improvements of behavior over time.
The points and levels system can be applied to many different behaviors and scenarios. Research includes numerous examples of problem behaviors that this system has helped improve and shape. While research does tend to be heavy on school-aged children case studies, these systems have also been used to help adults who exhibit the same behaviors in their jobs, classrooms, and personal lives. The points and levels system helps address desired behaviors by allowing individuals to learn appropriate behavior through a series of reinforcing steps. Positive behaviors are reinforced, and these extrinsic reinforcers help gradually teach intrinsic motivation. This system meets people where they are. Those who are already exhibiting desired behaviors and those who exhibit problem behaviors both have the same opportunity to grow. This system helps increase the chosen desired behavior by reinforcing it with incentives. It allows all individuals to work towards a common goal. The multi-levels of reinforcement offers recognition and rewards for continued desired behaviors. It also allows for natural peer modeling. By not reinforcing problem behaviors and by decreasing access to desired reinforcement, problem behaviors are ideally reduced. This system provides extrinsic motivation to those who may need the additional push, have the ability to be individualized based on student needs. This system can also be extended and adapted into Tier 2 and Tier 3 supports. So what materials are needed? In order to start your points and levels system, it's important to decide your reinforcer menu. What natural reinforcers can you add? What reinforcers may need to have decreased access in order to become more valuable? It is also important to ask your clients what they want. What are some activities that they really enjoy doing? What do they like about the reinforcers that you can offer? It will assist in developing value for each reinforcer, and it will assist in placing them on the level system. Collect and give points. Are your teachers going to collect and maintain points? If so, they should be visually represented for clients to see. Is your program going to offer tokens, such as dollars, chips, etc., for desired behaviors? If so, you're going to need to gather these items. And of course, a data system is in order to collect data on positive behaviors. Will this be a teacher monitoring system? You should adapt the data sheets in order to collect accurate information about your problem behavior. In order to develop a proper points and level system, it's important to decide information regarding both points and levels. It's important to define your problem behavior and your desired behavior. Points should reinforce desired behaviors. We also discussed the reinforcer value and points value in the previous slide. How many levels will your program offer? Will levels be adjusted monthly? What privileges will be offered on each level? How many points will the individual earn in order to move up a level? Will your system allow for movement up only or up and down the level system? Here's an example of a points and level system in action. The behavior that is the problem is that Emily doesn't enjoy going to class. She skips class and spends her time playing her favorite computer game. The answer is identified. It's the computer. And it's important to decrease access to computers, make the reinforcement menu value increase. So now it's more valuable to Emily. Points, you should motivate attendance by using a reinforcer. Point for each class that she attends. And now we're going to utilize the preferences. Emily can cash in 3 points for 20 minutes of computer time. To incorporate the levels, you should decide how many points are needed to move up or down the level system. In this scenario, Emily attends 10 classes in a 2-week period. She is now bumped up to level 2 privileges. The higher the level, the more rewarding the privileges. Emily can now have access to higher preferred activities or items.
Okay, so a basic points and level system can be made as simple or as complex as needed. So the points and level system can be catered to the needs of the individuals and custom made to incorporate their needs and skill sets. So a more complex points and level system might incorporate points for daily expected behaviors, such as class attendance or other in-class appropriate behaviors like raising your hand, listening quietly when the teacher is speaking, completing assignments, etc. However, one benefit of the points and level system is that it also seeks to increase the long-term outcomes for these behaviors and promote the maintenance of these behaviors over time. And this is where the level system can be really useful. With the level system, individuals can move up to higher levels by achieving a daily total of a certain criterion of points for a designated amount of time. So in this way, it promotes consistency in performing the expected behaviors on a daily basis. For example, if a student received 20 points per day for 10 consecutive days, this might be the criteria to move up a level. And in turn, the levels can provide access to higher ongoing privileges that are matched in value to the effort needed to achieve that level. So an example of this extension of the basic points and level system would be daily points that are able to be redeemed for value-matched reinforcers. For example, 5 points might equal a candy bar. 10 points might be worth 10 minutes of free time at the end of class, and 15 points would equal a free pass for one homework assignment. And these daily points are given for the expected behaviors that we would want to see in the setting where this point system is in place. So for example, in the classroom. And this system encourages daily performance of the desired behaviors. Then you would set a criterion to move up the levels. So as we talked about before, 20 points per day for 10 consecutive days would be the criterion to move up to the next higher level. The levels, which encourage the long-term maintenance of daily performance, grant access to permanent or long-term privileges. For example, somebody on level 1 might have access to a permanent free pass to leave class 5 minutes early or arrive to class 5 minutes late. Level 2 might be access to computer for 10 minutes during the end of each class on a regular basis. And level 3 might be having classroom monitor privileges. And so in this way, the levels promote long-term maintenance of the positive daily behaviors that we want to see.
In conclusion, we believe the point and level system will be beneficial for the adults at the Greater Opportunities Career Services End Day program. It will improve their program by increasing opportunities to acquire the necessary knowledge and skills to become more independent through life skills instruction, promoting academic achievement in life skills class, fostering improvement through self-management, and developing personal responsibility for these adults in their academic performance and in their future.
So there's a couple resources here. The first one is a sample points and levels system, which is a good representation of what the different levels might look like and the criterion to move up between the levels. It was developed by Otten and Tuttle in 2014. And then the second resource is a document with several sample points sheets as well as an overview of the points-based intervention.
Thank you for listening, and we hope you now have a better understanding of the point and level system.